Hello, Peach. It's time for another Peach's Corner, guys. Pie's mumbling over to the right. I'll show you him in a minute. But some of you are really enjoying this new series. And we'll continue it as long as we can. It's a beautiful day today. Really nice. Maple's in the corner here instead of Peach. Peach is doing some farming down there. So yeah, beautiful today. It was 24 Celsius. That's about 75 Fahrenheit. That's very unusual for up here, away in northern Canada. We're right at the end of September. By the time you see this video, it'll be the first week in October. So I need a few days to edit it and stuff like that. But we'll take it as long as we can get it, right? Don't have to wear no jacket or anything, no gloves. But that weather's coming. We have a few questions today for Peach's Corner. ETV3TV is asking, what is the most surprising things you found out about your birds? Well, probably the first thing is imprinting. I didn't know anything about bird imprinting. I didn't even know what that meant at all. So when people say sometimes in the comments, let those birds free, and what are you doing putting them in a cage, and like they don't know what imprinting means. I didn't know what imprinting means. Like, actually, Kulika had some wild crows in Estonia when she was living out there, and they just took off one day, so she didn't even, you know, maybe those birds were older than the birds we had when they're younger, like Peach. But that was a surprising thing. And another thing, how much they eat. Like some people say, oh, you eat like a bird. Birds eat lots. Like, the crows really can pack it in, you know, like, it's amazing, like in the wild. How do they get all that food? Like, I mean, I guess there's things to eat, but you can see they're always searching for food because they eat like horses. Then another surprising thing, what's going on behind me? Peach's Corner is empty. Is we didn't know magpies could talk. Like, I was totally shocked when Pie started mumbling words a few years ago, and I didn't know that. So then after that, I thought maybe we have the only magpie on Earth that can talk. And then Spice, he started doing the same thing. So I guess magpies, they can talk. So those are three very surprising things that we've learned over the years with these birds. So another question here from Carol. Do wild crows or ravens come by? And do you ever let the birds out in the house to fly? Well, Carol, ravens and crows don't come by here. Like, we hear the ravens in the distance, and sometimes in the forest we see some, not far, like on the treetops maybe, or flying around and making that croaking sound. And haven't really heard any crows this year, but we know they have been around in this area. But they don't come nowhere near the aviary. Just hawks and gray jays and birds like that. Pie's mumbling in the back there. I just gotta ignore him for now, because when I take the camera over there and try and film him, he doesn't talk. So we'll just let him do what he wants. And Carol, we don't let them out in the house, you know, for the main reason is safety. Because we have ceiling fans. We have the kitchen there, of course, with the oven. And then we have the wood stove. And once the season gets a little cooler, that wood stove is always hot. And then if we were to let them fly like in the warmer times of the year, they would think the stove there is no threat, right? Because it'd be cool when you don't need it. So, and then also they'd poop all over the place. We wouldn't find it because there's high ceilings and everything, and the birds could go fly around, and then they would just perch and then maybe be pooping down to the dining area. Who knows? But mainly it's for safety reasons. Cachito has a question. Why does Peach have his beak open sometimes, like his mouth? Is he stressed? It's usually, like when he's sunning, sometimes he's like a statue. You see him and his beak is open and his wings are kind of open a little bit. Oh, he took off over there. It's not because he's stressed, they're warm. And then when he's sunny, it just seems to be some natural kind of behavior. When it's warm out and they're posing like they're in the sun and getting sun, the beak is just open. So Cachito, it's not a stress thing. It's just when it's warmer like that and they're in the sun, they just have their beak open. It's not. really a stress thing or nothing, so, because we see it quite a bit when it's warm here. Peach is doing some farming back there. Tyler Krug asks, do the birds go to bed when the lights are off? And do they make any noises at night? Well, sometimes when it's getting late and we didn't turn the light off in the area where their cages are in the house, what's he doing back there? They just lay down, like, go way down on the perch, on their bellies they rest. And they're sometimes sleeping before the light's out. When it's getting late at night and it's dark outside, they get tired. And no, once the lights are out and it's dark out, we don't hear anything. So Rachel Hardy asks, when new people come to the house, are the birds friendly with them, or are they kind of standoffish or aloof, like they just ignore them, or what do they do, or they get stubborn? Actually, when new people come around, there's a mosquito on my ear, it's so warm today, they kind of freeze up and they go to the farthest part of the cage, and I think they're scared. When they're around for a while, then as they get used to them, they get more normal, but it takes a while for them to get friendly with strangers. So I hope that answers your question. There's Peach over there. Pie's right closest to me, Spice to the left, and Cherry farther, and then Maple up in the corner. So Marie Anderson asks, do all the birds speak? Actually, only Pie and Spice. Pie you've heard quite a bit, and Spice is hard to record. I haven't recorded him to this point yet, but he sounds just like Pie, so look, he's kind of teasing Pie. There's Peach down there. Colpart Laura asks, what time do the birds wake up? Usually once the sun starts coming up, then you start hearing Maple making noises. Maple's the most vocal. She starts calling for breakfast or telling us to get up, you know. So once the first daylight, you know, like it can be the sun maybe not up yet and they can even start waking up, but usually when the sun comes up, then they start waking up. So we had a few questions this time, and make sure to get your questions in after you see this video, or any bird video. Ask a question and we'll maybe bring it into Peach's Corner. And if you left a comment lately and you didn't hear your answer in here, ask the question again. Maybe I missed it. Because I don't always see all the comments for some reason, and then later on I might see something. So just ask again if you don't hear an answer. But we'll try. And if I mispronounced your names, if I did it wrong, I'm sorry about that. But like some of these names, you know, that maybe they're not even real and whatever, and maybe it's your real name, I don't know, but I'll try to pronounce it as best I can. Pop. There's the pop, there's the guard pop. You can see some leaves falling here. Like I said, it's right at the end of September here, but you're not seeing this video till the first week in October, but maybe next week when this video is released, it'll be a lot chillier, but we'll enjoy the weather for now. So guys, that's it for another Peach's Corner. Hope you enjoyed this one, and some of these questions, they were pretty good. So I don't even mind answering them because they are good questions actually, so thanks for that. Keep them coming. Leave a comment below and ask your question. And even if you've asked a question before, ask another one. Even if you know the answer, ask the question for the other viewers. It's a lot of fun. So we'll keep going with this series for a little while yet, but maybe when it gets too cold I'll quit. Or when the views get lower, right? Whatever. Or maybe we'll be out here when it's -5 and a sunny day and there'll be snow in the background, and we'll still be doing it. Who knows? So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one, guys. Please subscribe if you're new here.